Hi, Julie Torrens here. So I am getting revved up to start working on a new journal. And I'm going to be using Tea in the Garden from PM Artist Studio. So I just thought I would just show you quickly what the pages are like. A lot of leaves and summery colors. Look at that. I just love it. More leaves. I think these pages are going to be just beautiful. I love them. So we're going to be having a good time. Now this one is from a different digi kit that I hadn't used, but I thought it looks fine with this. This one, no, that's not the one. Let's see if I can find it quick. One of them didn't print quite right and it left a border, and I thought, well, I'll just be using that to make pockets or whatever. But so this is the kit that I'm going to be using from PM Artist Studio, and they're at pmartiststudio.com. These kits are on sale, these digi kits, and they're a lot of fun. So I've been working on embellishments for ephemera. So you can see I've got some bright flowers, butterflies, all kinds of little gewgaws that I just think are gonna work out fine with the colors of that kit. So we'll look at these as they get used up. I've got my other little bits of embellishments. And then what I did, because that's all so bright, I thought, let's go into my 12 by 12 pads, and I pulled out some that were already partially used. So I've got some that I thought would be good for journaling cards, and I've got some that I thought would be good for tags, little tags, big tags. And yes, I know they're dark. That's okay, because I think it will be a good background for what's coming up, which is quite light and bright. Now I've got some, let me grab a piece of wax paper here. I've got some leftover napkins. I had my girlfriend over and she was using some napkins. And look, she left me this. Isn't that nice? And I thought, you know, let's just see. I realize that these napkins, and my air conditioning is on and things want to blow away. I do realize that the napkins are going to become a bit transparent, but that's okay. It's just going to be a layer. It's not going to be the focal point, but I just thought it would be fun. So what I have here is regular gel matte medium. Getting crumbs everywhere, but that's okay. And let's just see, when we put these down, where we go. What is it going to be like? So I'm not going to wet my brush. I'm just going straight into the gel medium. And I'm going to put some on here. And this is one of my acrylic brushes. This is a bit stiff. That's okay. I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of water. And that's because this is a very large jar. And when you have such a large jar, every time you open it, it's going to dry out a little. You can add some water to it, but don't add more water, like to thin it down more than it was originally, because then you're breaking down the binders. Okay. I like that. And let's gently put it on here. I think it's showing up more than I had thought. It sure is. Now the parts that are hanging over, I'll trim when they're dry. And we're probably not going to be able to finish the ones that we add napkin to today. That's okay. I'm just going to set it aside here on my desk for right now. And let's bring this one in. And she had already tore out a couple of butterflies. So I'm going to put a butterfly here. This is really from an old pack. I honestly can't even tell you the name of it. I mean, I've got the pack somewhere, but like I said, I was going through scraps. Maybe I'll put this one on upside down. Yeah, I think that would be good. And then it's flying away. So this is May 30th, 2023. So we just finished here in the US a 3-day holiday weekend, sort of our launched into summer. I think those are going to look fine. I mean, this is just background, so don't get worried. I'm going to pull the other one back that we had, and let's take this little napkin, and I've got some water. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm just grabbing a brush, and let's see about another flower. Looking towards the edges. This one is good. If you just take a brush, any kind of brush, it could be just a water brush, and go around the edge, it makes the tearing so much easier. All right, and let's put this one on the other side. Now the gel medium is going to change the look and the feel of this piece of paper, and so I wanted, no matter what, to get gel matte over the entire piece. Okay. Alrighty. Now, should we do maybe one more before I run all these to the drying rack? But I'm going to grab a couple that I know we're going to, well, I believe I'm going to turn into tags. I'm going to get a couple different sizes here. Okay. And these are long and narrow. So let me just see. Well, what if I just did like this and let the chips fall where they may? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Get the whole thing with some gel medium. Okay. And if you're saying to me, oh, well, I see wrinkles. Yeah, you're going to see wrinkles. That's fine. Once it's down, honestly, when you've got this thin of napkin, which this was a 2-ply, that has been divided up and it's now 1-ply, but it will, those wrinkles will practically vanish. Plus, we're going to be working on top. Let's get this down. Okay, good. Let's see where I can tear this without tearing into it. Nah, let's get a brush. Let's just cut into this with some water. And again, I'll trim it once it's dry. Okay. And this may end up on a different video altogether. Whoop, whoop. Ripping into the boat. Just don't worry about that. It's going to be fine. I don't want that piece of there. Get that little bit of tissue off. That one corner, what's the matter with it? This one right here. It's just not sticking. Probably dried. I'm sure that's what it is. I've already got sticky fingers. And so as I touch this, I'm lifting the tissue up. Even the, oy, oy, oy. Okay. Have I had enough of this? Oh no. We'll do one more. This one. But I think I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller so it's a little bit easier to handle. Oh, hit the brush. Okay. There. Okay. Let's just get that right on there. The air conditioner kicked off, so that's going to help me with this instant drying problem. Okay. I thought more of what was under here would show, and it may still come up as this dries. Yeah, I do even now see it more. Okay. All right. Let me just dash these over to a drying spot. And in the meantime, let me know what's on your desk. What are you working on? Do you have a specific project for summer? That would be cool. Are you working on a journal of any kind? Or maybe you're working in a journal, like in a, in an art journal? Okay, now, this has been open just a short time. I'm going to give it a few sprays and then close her up. And that's how I keep my gel medium. I don't put a piece of wax paper inside because some art teachers have told me that that really lets more air in than you would understand. So I was like, okay. All right, fingers are a little sticky, but we'll be all right. So here are some of the sizes that I cut from these. Let's grab a couple of tags like this. And Julie, be prepared. Sorry. I want to get my book page. I got some scraps that were out of reach. All right, let's start out with some book page or something else. Something to break up the background a little bit. This one's got some ink on it, which I think is cool. I could put it up in the top. Let's do that. Got my glue book. So like I was asking, do you have a project lined up for this summer that you're going to be doing? Or maybe summertime is when you just sort of close up the shop. Oh, I hope you don't, but I understand if you do. And if you're, you know, maybe fishing and going out to the cottage and all that kind of thing. I get it. But you know what? Take a sketchbook, huh? You can do that. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I like this. This is coffee filter that I dyed with spray dye. I mostly use the Dilution spray dye. Some people don't like it because they say it's too bold. Well, that's impossible with me. I like color. I really do. Okay. Got some dictionary page there, and we've got some coffee filter. Here's some more dictionary page. I'm going to go right on the bottom. I still work, and so 3 days a week I am on the job. So if I do anything like, well, I'm not going to go camping. No, camping is not on my list, but anything that I'm going to do particular for summer, I've got to make arrangements or work around my work schedule. But, you know, no different than a lot of people. Okay. All right. I'm liking these. Two nice backgrounds. My fingers are just so sticky that I'm going to grab a baby wipe before I start sticking my hands into the ephemeras or embellishments. And I'm thinking for these two florals. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I'm thinking florals and pinks and the greens of the greenery and things like that. So let's grab some of these to start with. Oh, and I made some butterflies. I like that already. And maybe one like this. And then maybe something a little bit small. Okay, I like that. Couple of leaves. Another leaf. I got a little one. It could even go on top of the butterfly. Okay. I like this combo. Let's get this put down. I am going to be using my foam and poster board glue, which is a Beacon product. It's similar to Fabri-Tac. It's a spirit glue, and the reason why I'm using it is that I watercolored these on printing paper. Now, I'm not saying printer paper like you use from your computer, but printing paper, and it's absorbent. So I think some of these other glues would just be absorbed up into the fibers of this paper. Get him on first. Little leaf. I want to have my little ephemera kit much more complete before I start the next journal, because it's just too much stop and go when you're making it as you go. And I had a little bit before I started the last couple journals. I fussy cut it and had some, nowhere near enough. But I'm new at this, so I'm learning. And yellow flower. Now a couple of leaves here. I like this green against the purple that it's resting on. Now, where's the best place? Maybe this way? I think so. So over the holiday weekend, I had my best friend Robin here, and we did journal making. We both made a envelope, one of those envelope journals that you use 4 envelopes with. And I worked on watercoloring more of this embellishments, and she worked in her art journal. We watched a couple videos in the evening, and so then she just had a few things that she just wanted to give a try. Okay, I'm gonna let this be for right now, and let's get some on this one. And we're just gonna kind of work on the 2 together. So now maybe for this one, well, let's see. Let's grab a bigger flower. And a smaller flower. And some leaves. I've got 3 leaves here. That ought to do that. But something different down here. A little heart. Another little heart. I think it's nice, but I'm going to put a little something under the hearts. So let's look at, oh, that goes in there, so that's good. I'm thinking about a label. There we go, one of my labels. I'm grabbing a bigger one. Don't even know what color this is. Brown, that's all right. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe one of my little stickers from here. I like that one. Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up, since we seem to have just a few more pieces to deal with here. Let's get this down here. Good. And I want to get, uh-oh, I closed it and left the pin inside. I really have a hard time separating stickers. And these are nice and thin, which is a good thing. Oh, there we go. Oh, almost. Ta-da. Good. Very nice. And now we can get those two little hearts. So Robin and I pretty much slept, ate, drank coffee, and worked on our art projects for 3 straight days. It was like my own mini retreat. And we had such fun. She lives on the east side of the state, a little bit south, but mostly east. She's more in the Detroit area, and I'm in Grand Rapids. So it takes her over 2 hours to get here, but not 3. Okay, now a leaf for you. Yep. Let's cover up the art glitter glue. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the glue stick. It was just fun to visit, catch up. Our weather was beautiful. It was in the 80s almost every day. Sunny, clear, beautiful. But I'll tell you, I don't know about where you live, but here where I am, it is dry. We have these little, they call them lakes. I would call them ponds. You can see the water level is low. They've had those fire warnings where, you know, there's enough of a breeze. And, you know, again, over the weekend, a lot of campers and stuff, to be really careful with fire. All right. Here. And here maybe. And here. How's that seem? Yeah, I'm good with it. We could honestly, we could use an all day, all night rain, maybe even 2 days and 2 nights, all at the same time. Pardon me. Okay. It's in the 80s, and I live upstairs, so the upstairs dwellings definitely get hotter quicker than the downstairs, but I'm not complaining. I love my view. I love the privacy, so it's all good with me. Okay, I like this, but here, it feels like it needs something more. Too many flowers, it'll start to look like Valentine's Day. I mean, too many hearts. I don't think that's bad. Let's do that and get a smaller leaf. I don't think we're overcrowding the situation at all. There we go. So do you have yourself a little to-go bag so that as you are toddling off to do your summer fun things, and I know you've got some scheduled, I certainly hope you do, so that you can do maybe some watercolor or some pen and ink or just something, even your little 10-minute or less journal. Okay, this is lifting a little, but I'm going to put art glitter glue because I can get the nozzle in there. Let's get a paper towel piece. Get that a squash down. All right, I like that a lot better. Is everything down? I think so. Okay, now we've got these two done this far. What's next? Well, I'm going to show you. Let's grab a pair of scissors. And I'm going to make some little corners. Not too big because I don't want to cut off what we've done. This paper I'm using that's in my hand right now is Tim Holtz, and his cardstock, and this is old. This is an old paper pack, very old, but it's a heavier quality than some paper packs that I've bought. I must be into, yeah, that's what it is. It was stalling because it was into that leaf just a tiny bit. Okay. Let's get this guy. And just eyeballing the middle. All right, same with this one. There we go. Mine never come out quite right. There we go. That looks a little more even. Eyeball the middle. Good. Okay, butterflies. I do not add the antenna till right about now. There. That looks nice. Very good. Okay. Now, ink. I've got my Tim Holtz colors, but it's the archival ink. And I think I'm going to grab one, which is the gray one. This one. Hickory Smoke. Because these just have a little bit of a gray feel to me. And I'm just getting the very white edge. I mean, if I get a little ink over the edge, that's fine. And I'm just using a cosmetic sponge. And I'm just gonna a little bit around that hole that I just made. Okay, this one. You've got 2 tags done already. What do you have to say about that? They're coming along fast in my mind. I hope they are to you too. Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think about having such bright flowers on darker tags. I think that sometimes this darker paper can be a little bit intimidating, don't you? All right, I've got my ribbon here, and I'm just going to pull off. I don't measure. I'm just pulling off a generous length, maybe 2 yards. And then I just fold it in half, bring these 2 ends together, and then again I fold it and cut. And these 2 cut. Oh, sorry, I bumped you. You okay? And so now I've got these that I'm going to fold in about the middle. I go through the front, and then I find the center of all of them. One of them is being a little elusive. There we go. And then bring them through. And that's called a lark's head. And then you got to be gentle. I know that this Tim Holtz paper is a little bit hardy, but you have to be gentle. It's still paper. Let's see here. I'm just grabbing them one at a time and seeing if I can, you know, tighten up. There we go. There's one of them that was sticking way out there. And there. And let's find this one. Maybe it's this one. Nope. I may have missed it. I bet that's what it is. Okay. Come on, you guys. There. All even. Ah, there we have it. Okay. Then just with this curling ribbon, just take your scissors, grab one at a time, and just give it a pull. Instant party. Isn't this fun? Now I'm not going to put a topper on all of them like this because I realize seeing it once is enough. But I just want you to see one. And you can see the difference that it does honestly make. But okay, we got 2 tags done and I like them both. Okay, let's work on another tag. Got this one and this one. All right, let's get some little something in the background. Got that couple pieces of this. I'm looking for something other than that complete purple. Maybe that. And maybe a little bit of music note paper. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Good. Put a few things away so that I can a little bit see what's going on. All right. Onward. she says as she still fumbles around here. Okay. So I just took some dictionary page, some notebook paper, little bits that I had laying around, and I threw them in a shoebox and sprayed them with the sprays. And that's how I get these. And I think they are fun, and I think they add a little something good to your work. There is some shimmer sprays on these. Now, if I were going to be using gel medium like that I had, that gel matte medium, all of that glittery or shimmery look would go away. So beware of that. Any metallics or any kind of sparkly, shiny, when you're using something with the word matte in it, that's all going to be gone. Okay. I think that's a good start for that tag. How about this one? Let's give this one a nice strip of this music note paper. And I'm getting a little bit sticky on here, so let's just turn it over. And there we go. Yeah, I don't want to rain on anybody's fun, but I do hope we get some rain soon. In my opinion, the grass is looking like mid-July, early August, when we do have a dry spell. But normally now, end of May, beginning of June, we're still having some real green grass, and not everything's so dry. It is dry. Did I say it's dry? It's dry. If you have a lawn and you're having like a sprinkler system or something, oh, you're going to be racking up a fortune to try to keep your grass alive. All right, I like those two. I think those are good. Now, I have something else here, and that's these little dots. What if we just, I'm just going to grab a few like that. I just took a pinch and just layered these right down one side. Okay, let's see. Now we know we're going to be cutting that corner, so I'm going to bring it in just a little bit. That one looks like earth. Maybe I should only put 4. And then I won't have to think about that corner, because I think it's looking a little clumsy to be so close to the middle. Okay, now, a lot of blue. I think I'm going to swap this one for this. Okay, see, I like that better. Okay. Let's glue those down. I think they look fun. Those pieces that we started out with the napkin, now they're sitting in the blazing sun, and maybe that will help them dry even faster. I don't know if we'll be able to do any more with them today. We'll just have to see. How this was going to be in my mind and how it's turning out, you know, it's never exact, of course, but I am liking the dark background with the bright embellishments. I'm liking it a lot. I think it looks good. Okay. Good. Now, what are we gonna do for more decorating? Let's see here. I've got these. I think I want to go lighter. Okay, I'm liking that. Some glue stick. Kind of a geometric look, wouldn't you say? We're definitely going different than the first two that we made. And these are just magazine or book page. It was this I think was from the Kincaid book, which was like a coffee table book. Did I just put glue on the wrong side? Let's see if we have some more of that coffee table book. Yes, we do. And maybe I can get the glue on the right side. There we go. I just used some acrylic and some stamping, and that's how I like to use up that kind of paper. Okay. I like that. Now, what on top? Let me think. I may have, are these too small? These are like almost sort of like ticket size, but they're too small to me. I've got some stickers like this. No, too lost. Definitely too lost. That's not going to be it. But we're not giving up. We may go back to the flowers that we had. I don't know. Now, I think this is labels. Yes. Do we want a label? Let's just put... Well, we've got them. I wouldn't say that it's a hard no. All right, these are flowers, but they're really busy. Too busy. Okay, I think we looked in all those, so I think we're going to go back to... I don't mind going back to my pretty flowers. And something bold and bright. Maybe down here. Ah, that doesn't do it for me. How about a flower? And I think if we get some leaves behind it. Yeah, this is more the speed I'm thinking. Okay. And get some of these leaves. Yes, yes, yes. I like the way this is going. Okay. Now, get the glue. Very good. That's fine. I want a couple more, at least one more. Here's another one of these kind of variegated. I like that. Now let's put I'm thinking more. I don't know. Would you want all three on top? No. That was definitely wrong. We'll go with that. So we've had baby geese with their parents. One family has, I would say 7 goslings. One has 3, and they walk from one end of the complex to the other and head for those lakes or ponds that we have here. And something happened one evening, and I want to say it was about 10 o'clock at night, and everything was dark. The fountain in the pond was off. A lot of the apartments were already dark, and those geese were going nuts, just nuts. I don't know if it was a fox or a raccoon. I don't know what it was, but something was prowling. It could have even been a cat. Was prowling around out there and setting these geese off. And it went on well past midnight. And it was just almost, you were just feeling bad for these poor geese. What is going on? What's got you so scared? Because you could tell it was a honking that was one of their alert calls. But I thought, well, maybe when morning comes, we're going to be 1 or 2 babies less. Nope. Not that I could tell. All right. I want a big black marker. And here we go. Now I am going to start outlining this. Just like this. Yep. I'm only outlining the flower and its leaves. And the rest of the background stuff is gonna just stay like it is. I went right over my leaf in one spot here. And that is quite okay. Okay. And now I want to go around my flower. And I honestly think that this will help pull the flower to the top. Now, some areas, it's just a little bit too hard for the pen to get down into. So I'm taking a skinnier pen and I'm going to fill in where I see that the pen couldn't quite reach. And this, I noticed that the Sharpie doesn't really like to go over if I have metallic on here. Isn't that funny? Sharpie was the marker that marks on everything, and it does, but not that little bit of gold shimmery paint. And it's watercolor, it's not oil base. Okay, I think I've done pretty well here. Just kind of smoothing off a little spot there. Okay, what do you think? Let's cut the top, because even that makes a difference. my hole punch. Okay, I'm liking this tag. And you know what I'm going to do? I don't have my corner rounder here, but I'm just going to give this a little rounding off. You don't have to have a corner rounding punch to round your corners. Or maybe you should. If you're Julie Torrens, maybe you should. No, I think we're fine here. Yeah, that looks fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm liking that just fine. Now, this guy. What are we going to do with him? Well, what about those things that I said were too small? Because this is a smaller one. Okay, how many are left that I can look into here? There we go. Okay, I said too small. I like the color combination. All right, let's see if I can just find a light one again instead of that's the same one. Something that's a little bit lighter, like maybe this one. Okay. Yep. Okay. Liking this. Liking where we're going. Now, they can overlap like that. I like that. Okay. It doesn't seem like enough, but let's go with this. Let's get these glued down. Everything doesn't have to be a 3-ring circus. I'm going to use, I think that using the glue stick will be just fine. Put this one down first. Oh my goodness, look what my glue did. Ah, all right, get another one. Do we know what box they were in? There we go. Here's one. This one will be just fine. All right, see, I'm trying to be heavy-handed, but that was just going a little too nuts. Good. I like that. One more. Now I buy these because these are so small and with such fine detail. I cannot make something like this. And I make small, but no, there are still some things that I just find it's better for me to buy. And some little tiny little stickers or little tiny embellishments, it works better for me. Now, I'm grabbing a white pen. Oh, something fell down. I'm okay. We're all okay. All right. And I'm just going to go around it with a white pen. Now this pen, this is a jelly roll. The white shows up more once it's dry. But I like it. I had looked for Uniball for maybe a month, and then finally my Uniball dried up and I couldn't keep looking. I mean, I went to where they sell them, but they were all sold out of the white. So I went with the jelly roll. And it's okay. It's definitely okay. But the Uniball I do like better. Let me know, what white pen do you prefer? I like that. Okay. Let's get the tops of these trimmed up. At 4 o'clock my time, I'm going to be in the, because today is Tuesday, the 4 o'clock live of PM Artist Studios. It's great fun. All right, let's ink them up. And moving to the left, moving to the right. I'm looking over at the ones that we put the napkin on. I'm still going for that gray color, Hickory Smoke. And I think it complements these papers real well. Good. Now with those papers that I showed you when we started, the tea time thing, what's the name of it? Let me look. Tea in the Garden. I think these darker tags are going to really look stunning. I've got a little weird edge here. I'm just gonna have to trim this. Okay. I think they're gonna, like, you know, stand out. Oh dear. Where did my little sponge go? Where did I toss it? Well, for goodness sakes, Julie. Well, they're right here, for crying out loud. Let's get another one. There. Okay. Good and good. Now, do you want me to put the ribbons on? I think you can get the idea. All right, let's do a couple things here before we say goodbye. Don't forget, like, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe so that you get notified. And we'll put this one right in the middle. We've got these. And then I've got the 2 napkin ones that I think I'm going to bring back in our next video. In the meantime, like, subscribe, share this with your friends. It means so much to me. I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye.